Located in Makkah, the Kaaba was the first structure built solely to worship God. It was Prophet Ibrahim and his son, Prophet Ismail, who had the Kaaba built. The first house established for humanity was that at Bakka, a place of blessing and a guidance for all beings. In it are clear signs, the place where Ibrahim stood to pray. All who enter it are safe. Pilgrimage to the house is a duty owed to God by all humanity, those who can find a way to do it. But if anyone does not believe, God is rich beyond need of any being. Like all prophets, Prophet Ibrahim, due to his submission to God and sincerity, as well as his just, humble, and honorable behavior, had superior moral values. He is praised in a great many verses of the Quran and is shown as a role model for all Muslims. Prophet Ibrahim, the intimate friend of God. Who could have a better religion than someone who submits himself completely to God and is a good doer and follows the religion of Ibrahim, a man of pure natural belief? God took Ibrahim as an intimate friend. Our Lord has revealed that he took Prophet Ibrahim as an intimate friend. For that reason, he is known as Khalilullah, the friend of God, and remembered by that name. Prophet Ibrahim possessed strength and insight. Like all of the prophets, whom God made role models for humanity due to their deep faith, sincerity, and submission, Prophet Ibrahim made correct decisions, looked ahead, and possessed insight. Prophet Ibrahim was a distinguished and auspicious servant of God. Prophet Ibrahim was one of God's servants to whom he vouchsafed the true path, honored with prophethood, and made distinguished in his own sight. The fact that he and his family were chosen over all beings is revealed in a verse thus: God chose Adam and Nuh, and the family of Ibrahim and the family of Imran over all other beings. Prophet Ibrahim was a community in himself. Ibrahim was a community in himself, exemplary, obedient to God, a man of pure natural belief. He was not one of the idolaters. Prophet Ibrahim held God above all things, was genuinely devoted to him, feared and respected only him, and sought only his good pleasure. Despite all the difficulties he encountered and the large numbers of those who opposed him, he continued most determinedly in his struggle, thanks to his courage and trust in God. Prophet Ibrahim was grateful to God. Prophet Ibrahim was a servant who constantly gave thanks to God for the blessings imparted to him. The Quran reports this attribute of his thus: He was thankful for his blessings. God chose him and guided him to a straight path. Prophet Ibrahim was submitted to God. When his Lord said to him, "Become a Muslim," he, Ibrahim, replied, "I am a Muslim who has submitted to the Lord of all the worlds." Throughout his struggle with his tribe, Prophet Ibrahim demonstrated deep devotion and total submission to God. And no matter what his tribe did, he continued to spread God's religion with great enthusiasm. Prophet Ibrahim was tender-hearted. Being compassionate, tender-hearted, affectionate, and full of love and forgiveness is one of the believer's characteristics praised by God. Our Lord reveals that Prophet Ibrahim possessed such a tender-hearted nature. Ibrahim was tender-hearted and forbearing. Prophet Ibrahim, who was descended from the line of Prophet Nuh, left behind him a most important legacy for all believers. That legacy is belief in one God. Throughout his life he believed in the oneness of God. He ascribed no partners to him and preached this to his tribe. His advice continued with his line, his sons Ismail and Ishak, his grandson Yaqub and his son Yusuf, peace be upon them all, and the other holy prophets from that same line later continued to call on their people to live by religion's moral values. The Quran mentions his legacy in the following terms. When his Lord said to him, "Become a Muslim," he, Ibrahim, replied, "I am a Muslim who has submitted to the Lord of all the worlds." Ibrahim directed his sons to this, as did Yaqub. "My sons, God has chosen this religion for you, so do not die except as Muslims." Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Lut lived in the same region. Although they lived among different people, they still supported one another. Like all of the prophets, Prophet Lut was a chosen individual who left an example for all people of sincerity and submission to God. However, a perversion definitively prohibited by God was prevalent among the people of Prophet Lut: homosexuality. Prophet Lut called on his tribe to fear and respect God, abandon their homosexuality, and live a life that would please him. But they responded to his words with hostility. They even threatened him and the believers with exile. Yet he never gave up and continued to communicate his message to obtain God's good pleasure.